So, Mr. Man, you are Marty.
Hi.
And that is final.
Are you Marty Goldwater?
Yeah, who are you?
Rosangela Blackwell.
What do you want?
Your son. I heard what happened.
You knew my boy?
No, but I'm looking into it.
You with the police?
No, but I'm sort of freelance.
But you can't do any worse than those worthless cops have. So sure, be whatever you want.
And there you go. Now, think you won't have anything to say about most of these, but I'll go through these items anyway in
Have you ever been
sequence.
to the Park Gallery?
No, I haven't.
Do you know Monique Stallman?
No.
He really is terse.
Do you know anything about Frank Lyons, the actor?
The dead actor? Who isn't familiar with him these days? I saw the movie. Don't know what all the fuss was about.
Have you ever been to a bar downtown called the Minetta?
The Minetta? Is that place still around? Oh, I haven't been there for years.
So you know it.
I used to go there years ago.
Have you ever heard of a man named Joe Gould?
You mean Professor Seagull?
You've heard of him.
Sure I did. Back in the day, you'd always see him wandering the West Village. Must have been, 50 years ago. I was a young man then. He called himself Professor Seagull. If you gave him $1, he'd recite poetry in seagull language.
For real.
Who knows? It was a laugh. New York was full of people like that in those days. Times sure have changed.
What now? Oh yeah, about famous people. Yeah, this is a bit of an aside here, but bear with me. See, the book fair in Gothenburg is a bit of a thing, and they did that the weekend before I recorded this. I think 25th to the 28th of September. And, lots of artists, big and small, come there. Some famous, some not so much. And sometimes there are interesting guests, to say the least. And this time we had a very, very interesting guest. None other than Desmond Tutu, the South African guy, the human rights person, man, churchly fellow. So when I when I went to the book fair on Sunday, I actually came the same time he did. So when I was running to the place I was planning to go, I actually ran right past him and his bodyguard and all the entourage. So yeah, I've been within 5 feet of Desmond Tutu. Who wants to touch me? A resounding silence. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw some fairly famous people, if you're Swedish. And yeah, I saw some other people also who are kind of famous in Sweden, if you're into books. Oh. Okay, so let's go on with the game.
Have you ever heard of the Meltzer Foundation?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard of Joseph Mitchell?
Didn't he used to write for the New Yorker?
Yes.
I think I've read some of his work, but it's so long ago I can't remember.
How exactly was he killed? The newspaper didn't say.
His neck was crushed. They said he was choked. But there were no bruises on his neck. I never heard of anything like it.
Crushed.
Yeah,
Do you have any theories of your own?
of course I do. It was his rival company that did it. Lazarus Technology. They did it, but I can't prove it.
That is interesting, but not quite the truth he's looking for.
Why do you think this other company is involved?
Look, my boy was a genius. He ran a medical technology firm not far from here as one of their chief researchers. He was making a device that can improve the efficiency of pacemakers. A real breakthrough, he said. But this other firm, Lazarus, was working on the same thing. It was a real race to see who'd finish it first. He didn't eat, he hardly slept, he poured his life into his work. Then one night he called me to say he had finished. He wanted to celebrate. That was the last time I talked to him.
He was killed that night?
Yes, and a few days later the device was registered by Lazarus. No justice, none at all.
Yeah, that is a grand old bummer. But let's go home and check up on Lazarus.
Here we go. Lazarus Technology.
And that is their phone number. Boop, 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 boop. Nothing, a great big bowl of not so much.
Thank you for calling Lazarus Technologies. Please choose from the following options. For general information about Lazarus Technologies, press 1. To inquire about our products, press 2. To speak to an operator, press 3.
So, what? Okay.
Lazarus Technologies is the world's leader in biomedical and biomechanical engineering. We supply research and development to hospitals and clinics throughout the world. Lazarus Technologies is supported by a generous grant from the Meltzer Foundation. If you would like to request a product catalogue, please speak to a customer representative.
Well, this was not what I was expecting, but on the other hand, I guess I can't say I'm too surprised. Yeah, a generous donation from the Meltzer Foundation.
I'm ready if you are.
Hold your horses, will you? I'm coming.
So, to the Meltzers we shall go. They are over here, right? And hello, people, personages.
Yes.
Hi, me again.
Go right in.
I heard you were at the gallery last night.
Yes.
And you saw what happened?
Yes.
Wow. Just wow. What would possess a guy to do a thing like that, huh?
I don't know.
Well, enough doom and gloom. What can I help you with?
Well, I think I'll just open the notebook instantly and yeah, I don't really want to push that issue, you know. We are here to talk about
I
Lazarus.
heard that your foundation gave money to Lazarus Technologies.
Oh, yes. That was one of our first success stories.
I heard that your foundation gave money to Lazarus Technologies.
Oh, yes.
Okay, isn't everything more to say about that?
Have you ever heard of a guy named John Goldwater?
No, sorry.
Have you ever heard of a guy...
Are you quite sure about that?
I learned something interesting about Lazarus Technologies. It rose to success on the shoulders of a murdered man.
That's a strong thing to say.
It's true. His company was an inch away from beating Lazarus, but then he was killed.
Even if this is true.
It is true. You can look it up.
Even still, I don't see how this is our fault.
2 men dead? That doesn't sound fishy to you.
Should it? What kind of men do you take us for? I have sympathy for Frank Lyons, but he died of natural causes. And as for this John Goldwater person, I have never heard of him. You'll need more evidence than that if you want to convince me of anything.
These guys did not murder them. You saw the Countess yourself. Let's not do this, okay? So let's just leave it at that.
Well, thanks for talking to me. I might be back later.
Sure thing, drop on by anytime.
We should get another eavesdropping session here.
Oh yeah, she likes you.
What are you talking about?
Why do you think she keeps coming here?
Give it a rest, Paul.
You are not serious.
Stay put, kid. I'm gonna snoop around.
You boys are not being serious with me. Holy
Hey,
Oh.
when are we going to get a real company email address?
What's wrong with the one we've got?
Oh, come on, B-mail.
It does the job.
At least we have a... Hey, Charlie, did you...
No, not me.
Hey, Charlie, is this wireless internet thing...
Of course it's safe.
I just read online that they can give you cancer.
It won't give you cancer, Paul.
Then maybe you should sit next to it.
Give it a rest, Paul.
I can't stand this B-mail account.
What's the problem now?
I'm getting all sorts of spam. I got 3 from this Tomo person. Who the heck is Tomo?
Just delete them, Paul.
Doesn't it bother you that anybody with B-mail software can log into our email?
doesn't bother
Only if
me.
They have your password, Paul. Just don't tell anybody, and you'll be fine.
I'm waiting for something specific here. Scooter.
Hey, when are we going to get a real company email?
Okay, maybe I
wrong
was
with
supposed
the-
to have pushed that issue about the dead people. I'll return with Rosangela and do that. Oh, blah, blah, fucking blah.
Hi, Paul.
Hi again.
2 people have died.
Yes, so you said.
That doesn't bother you.
Neither of those men have anything to do with us. If you're looking for a conspiracy, you're looking in the wrong place.
It looks like the Park Gallery is going to be successful now.
Yes, Josie certainly has had her work cut out for her.
So do you. Her profits are your profits.
Yes, there is that.
And all it cost was one man's death.
Now that's unfair.
Let me break it down for you, Paul. Frank Lyons dies, and CubeStar Films becomes successful overnight. Claude Erdin commits suicide, and now the Park Gallery is selling priceless works of art. John Goldwater dies, and Lazarus Technologies becomes rich and powerful. All these companies are represented by you. Don't you see how this looks?
This is a total coincidence. I'm sure of it.
Is it?
It is. And I'll tell you another thing. I don't like these accusations. I think you should leave.
I am going to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe you will, but it has nothing to do with us. Now go, before I call the police.
Come on, let's blow and let him stew for a while.
Yeesh.
She's crazy.
Crazy with teeth. You gotta watch out for women like that, Scooter.
Scooter, you haven't called me that since we were kids.
Really? Maybe I should start calling you that again.
Whatever.
That is interesting. I think we actually have all the information we need with that little dialogue.